Welcome. Week 13, roster to the people. If you're here, congratulations. You have made it to Thanksgiving. This is Thanksgiving week. If you don't know, there are 3 games tomorrow and 1 on Friday. So you will lose 8 teams in the next 2 days. So if you don't have a lineup set before then, you might be in trouble. As always, we're going here and hopefully help you set your lineups, get everything set up, give you some context around some of the things we're thinking. But I'm Jason Draven. This is Neil Smith. How's it going, Neil?
Going good. Sorry about missing last week. I got sick. Took a bunch of Dayquil. Didn't set an alarm. Laid down for a little while after work. Slept clean through. So sorry about that. I know people were concerned because I never miss. I'm always here. So my bad. Appreciate the well wishes that I saw.
Yeah, I know. I was freaking out and I was just like, okay, I'll keep going and hopefully he'll show up. And then eventually I just realized I'm like, he's not going to be here. I'm going to have to switch to a different screen and hope for the best.
Yeah, I just got sick, unfortunately, but I'm doing better now.
Well, glad to see that you're healthy.
I'm alive. I don't know about healthy. Let's not go crazy.
Not completely crazy.
But we have a slightly truncated show tonight because obviously, as Jason mentioned, it is Thanksgiving, so we're anticipating having a lot of people traveling. And probably just less volume of questions. So we might not be around all night here. So get your questions in if you're here, please. Put them up. Let's not hold back. Just front load it up because everybody's got to go. Jason's got to go. I got to go. We got to get in the car. We got to go to Grandma's. So just like everybody else. But we wanted to make sure, as Jason mentioned, 3 games tomorrow, 1 game Friday. We wanted to make sure that we took your questions and tried to help you guys get set before tomorrow. Because there will not be time, more than likely, tomorrow morning, if your life is anything like ours, when gotta corral all the people and get them in the car and drive somewhere and have dinner and at 3 o'clock in the afternoon for some reason. And but it'll be fun. So hopefully everybody has something fun planned.
Yep. And so happy Thanksgiving, Daniel. And hey, Glitchy, he did say Neil is alive. Yes, he is.
Yep,
he is alive. Surprising even me, because I wasn't sure it was going to happen.
That's you don't give me enough credit. Nothing new about that.
Well, after I've been talking, I was like, oh God, this is not going to go well. I'm just here talking to myself. I'm really hoping that something happens, and then nothing. So it's like, okay, well, while we're on the topic of Thanksgiving, do you have anything that you like about Thanksgiving? Like, do you have a meal that a side or whatever? What's your favorite side? I guess would be a good place to start.
Stuffing, and then dessert is. I love stuffing. If you don't like stuffing, it's because you've never had it made properly by people that know what they're doing. To fight me. Yeah, I insulted your family. Yeah, you heard what I said.
Gross.
And the other thing I like is dessert. Pumpkin pie. It's like the only time of the year when you can really enjoy pumpkin pie. Christmas, I guess, technically, but this is really when you get it. I know some people don't like pumpkin pie. They're wrong. That's fine. Get that pecan crap out of my face.
No, man, it's all about the chocolate pie. That's my go-to. I love.
Oh Lord! Yeah. Oh Lord!
I want all the sugar. You knew that.
The diabetic, of course, the future diabetic, Jason Draven. Get a nice Mountain Dew and a big Baker Square chocolate pie. Get that going.
Yeah, that's right up my alley. I'm all for it, and so, but I absolutely, I mean,
what do you like besides chocolate pie? That's just dessert.
Is there other things?
Typically, yeah, usually.
I mean, I like green bean casserole. I don't know if that really counts. I like the corn. I like honey glazed carrots. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm really not a turkey person. I'm not really a ham guy. It's fine. I'd much rather it be like an all-you-can-eat buffet of Mexican food.
Yeah, my one of my coworkers does sushi bar where they roll their own.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That's interesting. I'm not really a big turkey or ham person either. My mom is a big ham lady. She makes ham, and so that's fine. That's what she likes. But turkey also is like turkey's good, but it's not really my favorite. I could get down on build your own taco station, go crazy,
Yeah. I
just
mean,
go completely berserk. You ever had Cornish game hens?
okay, yeah.
Little mini chickens,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
I like those. Not really. That's like an everyday thing, but for Thanksgiving, I think that would be very appropriate. Everybody gets their own little bird, you know.
Yeah.
That would be cool. But yeah, I'm not really a big Thanksgiving person. We don't really do Thanksgiving, and frankly, I end up usually working with this on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving at this point. We're more Christmas people than we are Thanksgiving people. It's just the way my family works.
Yeah. And so, it's one of those weird holidays that I'm not massively
Some people
into.
get way up for it. I'm not really me.
So, oh, all
Jason,
right.
look at the Discord message I sent you.
Oh, okay. It's like I just saw a
I
notification.
wasn't trying to call attention to it, but I know you're not looking at it at this point if you haven't done what I asked you to do. So
Okay.
here we are,
Yeah.
the show that does the show meeting during the show.
Except for now, everybody can see what we're doing. This one. There we go. Back to you. All right. Got glitchy first. Pick a quarterback: Stafford or Caleb.
Stafford.
I agree. It's going to be Stafford. I don't really like the matchup for Caleb Williams. 2 running backs: Bijan, Etienne, Tracy, Aaron Jones, Charbonnet. We should know this by now. It's going to be Bijan.
I'm not even dignifying it with an answer because he wrote Bijan after I've asked him every week for 14 weeks to not do that. My answer now costs $5 directly, not for the business, to me, PayPal. No, it's Bijan and Etienne.
Yep, I agree. I mean, if you wanted to try and flex Jones, that'd be another option, but I'm not I mean, we'll see. We'll see when it gets there, I guess. Then 2 wide receivers: Igbuka, Jameson Williams, Wandale, Troy Franklin.
At this point, this gets easy because Wandale is 100% happening. There's no way you're sitting Wandale at this point.
Nope.
Doesn't really matter who the quarterback is. He's the wide receiver 1 for that team, such as it is. The question becomes, would you rather play? I'm going to go ahead and just play Igbuka, I think, even with the backup quarterback, because there's no universe where you could still be playing Jameson Williams. And so really you're asking me, would I play Igbuka with his backup quarterback or with Troy Franklin?
Yeah.
How many more zeros can you tolerate from Jameson before you learn, right? Like, that's not really directed at you, Glitchy. That's more like just a statement to everyone.
Yeah, because I mean the upside's there, but you also risk the 0. I mean he's
a literal 0.
He's a definition of a
0.
flex play.
Yeah, it's like it reminds me of like less consistent Tyler Lockett from back in the day. Also, probably less talented Tyler Lockett, if we're being honest. Like that's so I'm probably just gonna play Igbuka and Wandale, despite the backup quarterback situation.
Yeah, it's probably close. Because it actually comes to me to Troy Franklin.
Yeah, no, I already said that. I was
So-
like, it's a consideration, but
yeah, so we'll see. But
do you want to
I-
play Troy? You really want to play Troy Franklin?
I mean,
You want to do that? Because he's been terrible.
I know, but
Like,
it's not so much that he's been terrible.
not good.
I'm okay with it just because of the fact that it's the Cardinals. Like that's where I'm okay with Igbuka. Franklin's only interesting because of the amount of targets he's still seeing. Like that's his one benefit.
I've got Igbuka at 18, and I've got Franklin at 26. So to me, it makes a difference, even with the backup quarterback situation.
Yeah, and we're still not even sure that's going to happen. We'll see. We're assuming it's probably going to be the case.
I'm thinking it's probably going to happen. That's the way it's looking.
So it'll definitely be interesting to see how that works out. And 2 tight ends, Bowers.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
That's got to be a typo.
yeah. So
The
Bowers or
answer,
Getson.
the answer is Bowers.
Yeah, sticking with Bowers. Oh, 2 flex from any of the rest of
Yeah,
them.
and then it's the other tight end. And then I'm probably going to play Troy Franklin.
Yeah, I think it really comes down to what you need at that point. If you get into Sunday,
I'm not playing Aaron Jones.
no, I was talking about if you're coming into Sunday and you're down by an absorbent amount, Jameson Williams would be the guy that you probably end up playing over Franklin for that upside. Like, I think it's just more upside for him, unfortunately, whether you like it or not. Well, I guess he actually plays tomorrow, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't really get that option because he plays tomorrow, so that's not really going to work.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that I would rather roll Gadsden because he's been great, and then they need him as a safety blanket, particularly with the adjustments they made to their line. That's going to take some time, clearly, to work itself out. So I would really, at that point, play Gadsden and Troy Franklin, and I'm just willing to sit Aaron Jones and Jameson Williams.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm okay with it. It's just it'll be interesting because it is.
Jones has a terrible matchup against Seattle, and Jameson is not consistent enough to warrant starting.
I know, but it's more the fact that it's the Vikings versus
Seattle,
and so like Jones is kind of interesting, but it's more I'm nervous about who the quarterback's going to be. Because I don't know if it's actually going to be JJ.
If it's going to be okay, if it's JJ, then you know it's bad.
Yeah.
If it's Max Bronsmer, you can make the safe assumption that it's worse. So why are we still having this conversation?
Well, because of PPR, like Jones becomes interesting.
That many? Not when you're down by 80. They'd have to throw dump offs to him on every play for it to matter. And after JSN scores his 3rd touchdown, that game will be over. They'll slaughter rule the game. Because it's rude to embarrass people in front of their parents like that on Thanksgiving.
All right.
That game's going to end up like a T-ball game. They're going to slaughter rule it in the 3rd inning.
Oh, and he said he's going to send me a picture on Discord after the stream. Okay. Happy Thanksgiving, Anthony. Do you prefer Burrow or Love tomorrow? Ooh. I think it's Burrow. Double checking. I'm like, I think it's Burrow, but I'm not get to quarterback.
I've got Burrow, but I don't feel especially confident in this answer.
Yeah, I
concur. Both of them have the potential to let you down here, sir, is the problem. Love's just been kind of bad and not really necessary for the Packers, and they're more than likely going to get Josh Jacobs back, according to today's practice reports, which means they really won't need him. And Burrow was getting murdered, which is how he got hurt. And if I'm Baltimore, here's how I would deal with Cincinnati tomorrow. I'm going to bracket cover and double cover Jamar Chase on every play. And I am going to blitz you on every play as well. I will literally let Yoshi Voss and Noah Fant just be wide open. And if you can beat me with that, then you beat me with that. But you're not beating me with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I'm going to just bum rush you on every play, and I'm going to take away your best target and see if you can do it. And to be candid with you, Jason, their O-line's bad enough that I don't think they can.
Yeah, I mean, I could easily see that happening, but at the same point, well, I guess I did see that Hamilton's potentially back tomorrow too, which I was like, the defensive players that you need to bracket Chase with are beat up, and so.
Fine, I'll put 3 of them. I'll just put 3 of them. It doesn't matter because they got nothing else. Everything else they have is bad. So it's like it's not a good situation. And even with that, the potential upside of a vintage Joe Burrow game still puts it ahead of Love for me.
Yeah.
Even though both of your choices, unfortunately, have the potential to snake bite you. Let's go to the next question.
All right. Daniel Everhart, pick 3. Dowdle, C. Brown, Henderson, Tracy, Shakir, Franklin.
Dowdle, Brown, Henderson.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I concur with that as well. Yeah, I can't trust Tracy. I like the idea of Shakir, but he hasn't done anything. Really,
Not enough consistency with the other three is what it boils down to.
yeah. All right, back to Anthony. Ravens or Bucks DST? I have the
Bucks.
Collar
but
back to back.
they're back. I also have them back to back, and I'm going with the Bucks by one spot. Is Atlanta available?
Yeah.
Atlanta's widely available in most leagues. Is Atlanta available? I'd rather do that. There are many things I would rather do that I'd rather
the
do.
Jaguars
Is Miami
available?
Yeah, is Jacksonville available? Is Miami available? Yeah, there's a number of things I would rather do before we made this choice. But to answer your question in a direct manner, it's the Bucks. Let's keep moving.
All right. So neither of them. Yes, for your
Correct.
for your quarterback,
Correct.
neither of them. For your defense, neither of them.
Correct.
If you're, I mean,
That is correct.
trying to decide,
Correct on all fronts.
Gonna bring it up because I think there's potential. But if you are looking for a long shot, widely available, Cam Ward.
Oh, ew. I would just rather do Burrow than go that far down.
I know.
That's,
but I have him still.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting, and you're fired, and no one should listen to that ever. I want that stricken from the record, and I'm gonna have Jason disbarred for even saying that. Let's keep moving.
All right. Daniel Everhart. Lost Flacco and my super flex is third QB. Who's better add? Tua, Shook, Sanders, or Ward? Or should I just
Tua.
not have a backup? Currently has Brissett
Tua.
and May.
Tua. And you probably need a backup.
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, it's a super flex. It really depends on what else is on the waiver wire, but more than likely you're going to probably need.
You probably need a third in case something happens. 3 of your options I want no part of, and Tua can still be an appropriate Band-Aid for the next couple weeks.
Yeah, probably.
I don't like it either.
Yeah,
but
it's all not good, unfortunately. So that's.
I won't play Shaw. I'm not interested in Ward. And then the wild card is Sanders, but I'm not prepared to make that leap after one game
Against one of the worst defense in the.
Yeah. Yeah.
Worst teams mathematically eliminated. That's the entire wire. Nice. Okay. That doesn't surprise me. That's your entire super flex, probably dynasty. But okay.
Could be dynasty. If it was dynasty, I actually have a different answer. But
Anthony's back. Looking ahead to next week, Diggs is on a bye. Thinking I'm picking up Mechie. Yes, I absolutely love
believer
Mechie.
in this idea.
Yep. Finally, I brought it up on Monday. Oh, I was so excited to see that
Mechie big believer.
Has life.
Big believer in this idea. John Mechie was a second-round pick. For those with a short memory, he was a second-round pick. If he literally didn't, Jason, he's the one who had cancer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was sickle
pretty
cell,
positive
right?
It was either that or sickle cell. That's why I was asking for clarification. I'll phrase this idea generally then. If John Mechie was a second-round pick for a reason in Houston, okay, that was only 3 years ago.
Oh, leukemia.
Leukemia. It was cancer. I was right. Okay. If he literally did not develop cancer, I don't think we're having this conversation. He's probably still in Houston. He's probably still. The Jets don't frequently. The Jets do not make good decisions. Bringing in John Mechie is a great decision by the Jets because he's automatically their second best wide receiver, and for now he's their best wide receiver. So week 11, he only played 11% of their offensive snaps. He went 3 for 3 for 45 yards and a score. Last week, clearly they're paying attention because he played 65% of their snaps and literally doubled his output and scored again. This is what they're doing for the rest of the year. This is what they're doing. And I wouldn't be surprised if John Mechie was their new wide receiver too.
Yeah.
Because the days of what else are you doing? You got more. They're third in cap space for next year. They've got 1 million draft picks. John Mechie costs the NFL equivalent of $1.50. Like, no one is going to pay John Mechie real money. He's automatically your second best wide receiver because the days of Allen Lazard are over. That's all been done. That's done and dusted. They don't have anything else. Sorry, A.D. Mitchell truthers, but you're wrong again. Fight me. You've been fighting me for years. You've been wrong the whole time. So, like, what would be different? It would help if A.D. Mitchell could catch the ball when it hits him in the hands, which John Mechie can easily do, as he has proven over time, again and again.
Well, I mean, and you saw it in that game. They both saw the same amount of targets, and Mechie caught more of them.
Mechie catches them. A.D. Mitchell, they hit them in the hand. It hits him in the hands, and then he looks frustrated sitting on the field. Well, no one has any sympathy for him whatsoever, except for the A.D. Mitchell truthers. If you can tell, this is an argument I've grown weary of having over the last 3 years. I'm done with it. So, like, Mechie, I'm a big believer in this. He was my number one waiver pickup. It was my number one wide receiver waiver pickup. And he's probably going to be that again, more than likely, when he gets 9 targets.
For the rest of the every game for
That's
the rest
what
of
I
the
mean.
year.
For the rest of the year. It's rare that you get an opportunity like this. So even in one of my dynasty leagues, I cut Demario Douglas, who is younger and like arguably more talented. But he's like the 5th option on the Patriots, and it's like I'll just take John Mechie. Like, and then in redraft, I would argue that he should be like what? Easily the number 1 wide receiver pickup, but he's in contention to be the number 1 overall pickup.
Yeah, I don't see any reason not to play him really over any. I mean, I can't think of another quarterback that would be available. I can't think of another running back.
Greg Dortch is the other option that is on my list. But the problem with that is that only matters if Marvin Harrison Jr. is ruled out again, which we don't know. He practiced today, so maybe he plays, but you never know.
Yeah, but even then,
Greg Dortch. It's the issue with Dortch is that it's a very short shelf life, as we saw. He goes back to not mattering immediately as soon as Marvin Harrison is back. Whereas Mechie matters basically for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
What else are they going to do? What's your other alternative? Trade deadline's over, so why not kick the tires on John Mechie?
Yeah, I mean, and it's just like I'm very curious to see how that team's going to end up looking with MHJ back, if that changes anything. Because I don't see Brissett. I mean, Wilson looks so good. It's they've undervalued Wilson the entirety of the time that he's there. I know, and it's so annoying. And then overvalued Dortch.
They're finally starting to correct that. The question was about John Mechie. Let's keep going.
Okay. PPR, we roll out Jacobs, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
More than likely.
If he's starting for you.
Also
these matchups don't come around every day. I don't think he's that hurt, to be honest. So I think it's okay.
Yeah, I think they rested him for the week just as a double check to let him heal up. And
Detroit on paper is not a good matchup, but look at what their defense has done recently. It's don't be afraid. I'm not that afraid of it.
So also in leagues that we don't roster Jacobs, do we drop Wilson? Yeah, probably.
Yes.
If he is not a handcuff, there's no reason to hold on to him.
If he's not your handcuff, let it go. Unless there's absolutely nothing on the waiver wire, and then
maybe not. But yeah, it's pretty. But it's probably there's more options.
Go pick up John Mechie. Good, and then
we're back to it.
Keep moving. Stick and move. Keep moving.
All right, Daniel's back. Pick 3: Diggs, Debo, Swift, QJ, Tracy, Monangai, Stevenson, Worthy.
Diggs,
yep.
Debo, Monangai.
Okay, I think it's going to be the same thing. Maybe I'm just more iffy on Debo. I'm hoping the McLaurin's back because I think that actually helps Debo quite a bit.
McLaurin is going to play, what they're saying.
Okay, I know that they're saying that, but until I actually see,
this seems like it's real. This is what they've been saying was the plan for a while, was for him to come back for this game. And if they lose this game, they'll probably shut him down for the year. But it's Diggs, Debo, and Monangai for me, for sure. Swift is scary this week.
Yeah, so it's not that we don't like Swift. It's just It's come down to Benongai is looking so much better.
Well, no, the issue is that Swift is hurt.
Yeah. That's what I mean. He looks better.
The issue is that Swift is clearly hurt, and he is attempting to play through that. Whereas Monanganai, by virtue of not having to play the first half of the season, has fresh legs still and hasn't absorbed a million car crashes like Swift has. So right now, you're catching them at a weird time. Swift is still the superior player, but he's clearly injured, and he's trying to play through it. Whereas Monanganai has only really played a quarter of a season, and he still looks good, and he's significantly younger. Whereas I still do believe Swift is the superior player on talent alone. Like, if they were both fully healthy.
Oh, yeah.
The nice thing about Monanganai is that for his size, he's significantly better at thumping the pile than he looks like he would be. Like, if you need a guy to just blast into the pile and try to move the pile forward, you wouldn't think, for as little as he is, that he'd be able to do that. He does that pretty well. I was surprised. I've been watching him do it the last couple of weeks. He's that's normally Roshan Johnson's job, and he's like better at it than Roshan Johnson, despite being significantly smaller. And it's just
it being his first year,
right? And him, yeah. It's a good thing for the Bears. The Bears, as a football team, that's a 7th round pick that you're getting meaningful production out of. Like, that doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah, they relegated him pretty quick, but
they relegated everyone that wasn't him. Like,
yeah,
it's him and Swift. They literally nailed it down to 2 people. It was like 5 at the start of the off season, and there's like, no. 2 of you are cut, and you're getting IR'd in Roshan. So,
yeah, definitely worth it. All right, somebody new. Jacob, what's up? My team, the best you've seen in 12-man standard league. Okay, he's trying to flex here.
All right, sure.
Starters: May, Bijan, Rico, JSN, CD, Henry, Genty, Igbuka. Bench: Caleb, Marks, Neal, Shakir, Fannin. I mean, your bench is kind of weak.
Good team, but I've seen better.
Yeah,
I'm being honest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
remember
pretty
some
rare.
of the roster resolutions where we saw some of those people's teams. That one dude who was like 12-0, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, that team was legit.
Damn, girl. Like,
how'd you get all
that? With 3 Ds at least. Like, that man was loaded. But Jacob, you have a good team. You should be very proud. Keep it going.
Probably gonna. I don't want to put up the comment, so it's still Jacob, but probably gonna swap out Igbuka for Marks, Neal, or Shakir. Which would you start Igbuka with? Passes from Teddy Bridgewater or one of the other 3?
Say that again.
Okay, so he's still one. It's Igbuka, Marks, Neal, or Shakir. I still think you have to roll Igbuka.
Marks, Neal, or Shakir. Okay, that's interesting. Hang on 1 second on that.
Because Texans.
Okay, yeah, I'm still playing Igbuka. Just wanted to double check that.
Because
I'm still playing Igbuka.
Because of Marks.
The matchup is still good enough. The alternative would be Marks.
Okay, that's where I was. That was the closest one. I'm just like, I don't think I could.
Yeah, the alternative would be Marks, but I'm not willing to take the. I'm willing to roll the dice, I should say, because it's a PPR. It's half PPR, so you're like right on the cut line. But
if it's standard,
I believe in. Yeah, that changes it. If it was standard, it would change it. But I believe in Teddy Two Gloves with a full week of practice more than I believe in Woody Marks being able to crack double digits.
Yeah, and this is interesting. Would you rather have Strange or Fannin?
Oh, like for the season or for
I'm assuming he's talking about this week and season. Because I guess
this week, I would rather have Strange. I could tell you that much. For a 1 week rental type of deal.
Well, I think I'd actually rather have Strange than Henry. Henry would be the person I'd get rid of and roll.
To be honest with you,
Fannin and Strange.
I'm not doing that given the recent production out of Henry. He's been really good, and they're playing the Giants, and the Giants can't do anything to anyone at any time. But let me just check something. Okay. My answer is this. I would rather have Strange this week over any of those other options, over Henry or Fannin or any of that. If you're asking me for the remainder of the season, the answer is I would rather have Fannin. But that mostly has to do with their playoff schedules.
Okay. Yeah, that's. I
It's
didn't
not
even
much
think
of a downgrade from Fannin to Strange. I'm a big Strange guy. So
that's an understatement.
yep. I will not apologize, nor will I correct that statement.
You're getting rid of the number 5 tight end for a guy that's always hurt. The heck are you talking about?
I'm not. He's talking about Hunter Henry. He's talking to you.
Oh, okay. You mean the guy who continuously splits with Hooper? Yeah, I'm fine doing that.
I would keep Henry on the team. I'm not cutting him. I would alternate between Fannin and Strange.
Yeah.
Just because we saw what happens whenever Hooper gets hurt, which happens every year.
Yeah.
And then Hunter Henry gets the whole job, and he puts up 20 points, and it's like that's kind of the issue.
Yeah, and I understand that, but it's also granted, I know Strange has been hurt, but normally doesn't happen. And when
that's why I'm saying I would rather have Strange than Fannin.
Yeah.
I think Strange is on a much better offense.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
I still have Fannin. I still have Fannin rest of season higher, but like I said, that has to do with their playoff schedules. Strange's playoff schedule is not great, whereas Fannin's is. But the good news is we still got 2 weeks to evaluate that. You don't have. But I would rather have Strange this week. This week I like Strange quite a bit. I think he's a good bet for 15 points in PPR. So what's that in half point? 11, something like that.
Probably
10.
That sounds about right.
Neighborhood. They go to Strange, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Lawrence likes him.
And that's the other thing. It's like, well, and now it becomes more dangerous depending on BTJ. So here's the more important topic, though. Daniel Everhart, please talk Lamar managers off the ledge.
Can't do it.
Yeah, he's hurt. That's really what's hurting you, unfortunately.
Can't do it. He's been hurt all year.
I know, but him not being mobile right now because I'm pretty sure battling turf toe is just
that wouldn't
so
surprise
hard.
me. That wouldn't surprise me if he had turf toe and they were playing games.
Yeah, and so he's there. That's why he keeps resting. But guess what? That's not something you can just, hope for the best.
No, one guy that's just coming back had to have surgery. Look, Daniel, I have Lamar still as a top 5 quarterback rest of the season because his playoff schedule is also amazing. And this week, even him limping, he should be able to have a good day against Cincinnati. But we've seen this a million times. Lamar no run, Lamar no good.
Yeah.
That's why we're going to get to the end of Lamar's career. It's going to come hard. It's going to come a lot faster than some of these other guys. Lamar's career will basically be over the day he can no longer run because he's not good enough in the pocket consistently to actually throw. So once he gets old and can't run the way that he used to, he's going to fall to that top 5 and then he'll be out of the league basically not long after that. Yeah. Sad, but it's true.
Yeah. And that's definitely one of the big things. Granted, I will say this. This week, starting quarterbacks, rough.
Yeah, this week's not fun. This week you got some bad choices this week.
Yeah, it's some tough matchups that are just sinking players really, really hard. All right, Daniel, let's see. Franklin, Myers, Monty, M. Wilson, Monungai, DJ Moore, McLaurin, Booty. Just a flex. So you just need one.
Just one. Myers.
Oh, you're going.
Ooh, wait,
Wilson.
hang on. It's Wilson if Wilson is the interesting wild card in this. I could eliminate most of it.
Yeah, not Franklin, not Monty, not Monungai, not DJ Moore, not McLaurin, and not.
Yeah,
Booty.
You got 2 names that matter that come off this list that are interesting. It's Wilson, particularly if MHJ is ruled out.
Yeah.
And the other one is Myers. Jacoby Myers, they spent those 2 draft picks, and then he has immediately
found a job.
Yeah. And
they might be spending some money this year.
Not even that much money.
I know, but it's just...
It's not even that much money.
He looks so good on that team, bro.
It's just that's because the Raiders are idiots. And they don't know what they had, and he wanted like this pathetic amount of money to stay
Yeah.
there, and they were like, no, no, and it's like, all right, stupid. So then he goes to a real team, and within 2 weeks has already become like their de facto starter. Those are the two. Then hang on, I'll answer your question definitively. Bear with me for one moment while I double check it.
Yeah, he's the fact that he has come in and immediately become the wide receiver one.
I'm gonna play Wilson though.
Yeah, I have him. Let's see. I have Wilson at 20, and I have Myers at 24.
Yeah, I'm right in that same neighborhood. Very close, but I think I got to give the edge to Wilson. That Hansel is so hot right now.
Dude,
It's
it's
pretty
ridiculous.
hard to justify sitting him at any level. Next question.
Okay. All right. Defenses. Anthony's asking, have to play Bucks, 49ers, or Dolphins? I think it's going to be the 49ers for me.
Yeah, I am going to play the Dolphins.
I have 49ers at 9, Dolphins at 11, Bucks at 16. So, 49ers barely for me. Oh, if you want to play the Bucks, that's fine.
I'm playing the Dolphins, even though Dolphins, it's bad defense. Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's not an ideal situation. All right.
No, but the Saints are so bad that I don't care.
Go, especially without potentially Olave. I mean. That's the other thing.
Yeah, no Olave, no Kamara. Like, there's only so many targets Juwan Johnson can even get. Go to the next question.
Well, that's it for now. But until something...
Oh, good. No, perfect. Jason, okay. Who's your QB start of the week? Go. I'm not playing around. I told you before we started. I got a car to pack and and people that are waiting on me for tomorrow. So I told you, truncated show a little bit. We're not dicking around as much as normal. Normal dicking around service will resume next week, okay? But there's not going to be movie conversations. There's not going to be we're not going to talk about Twisted Metal. Rude. I'm trying to. If we could get out of here in the next 20 to 30 minutes, that would be excellent for me because I got to go load the car and start getting ready to get. I got to get up early and pick people up and start going to grandma's. So which is a little different than my normal life. So forgive me if I'm a little trying to move this along. Jason, who's your quarterback start of the week? Who you like?
Sam Darnold versus the Vikings. Not quite sure why he's outside the top 12, but
just okay. We've heard the Sam Darnold. Jason's love for Sam Darnold. Yep. He's gonna marry him. His wife's gonna be so upset. I hope she got a prenup. But Jason's gonna be Mrs. Darnold very soon because Jason will be taking his name as part of this. There's not gonna be any hyphenating. He's just gonna be Jason Darnold. And in fact, that is going to be. I'm gonna go in the back end and edit all your handles. You'll be Jason Darnold for the purposes of this show moving forward. I think that's how we're gonna do that. Because, forgive me, but I'm not sitting through another love letter to Jason Darnold for the 6th week in a row. I've heard it. They've all heard it. We know you love Darnold. We get it.
But I'm not wrong.
It's been less appealing the last 3 weeks. I'll say that. Yeah. The last 3 weeks have kind of not been as good. However, he's also one of the best streaming options this week. But to your point about how could he be that low, the last 3 weeks have something to. The last 3 weeks have something to do with that. Especially.
3.
3.
I was like, I don't remember what he got this last week.
17 last week is not what you're hoping for. He didn't even get to 20. You got to get to 20.
I mean, you got to at least get still quarterback 11 last week.
Yeah, that's so sad. That says a lot more about this position. That says so much more about the position of quarterback than it does about Sam Darnold and the level of injuries. For me, it's Jackson Dart, and I'm going to give myself the same coaching. We've heard it. We've heard this before, Neil. We know you love Jackson Dart. We know that he's a walking concussion. So we know there's risk to this, and we know that the Giants' O-line is bad, so there's always a risk to this. But he's likely going to get cleared. The Patriots' secondary should scare no one. And Dart has been exceptional this season when he's actually healthy and playing. So it's going to be Dart for me. Jason, who's your sit of the week? A lot of good choices. And can you please take Anthony's question down?
Oh yeah, my bad.
Who's your sit? You got
shouldn't be
so
any-
many good choices.
Well, you're not. I'm going. This hurts me. Justin Hurt versus Raiders.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Because you don't think they're gonna need it?
Nope.
Is it just Hampton? Is
Yep.
it just the return of Hampton murdering them? Okay.
And Kamani.
Okay.
I think that Hampton gets a little bit of
Is
touches.
Kamani playing? Is he? This is a serious question. Is he actually playing? Because he's like questionable again, and I'm like,
I think he's going to play, and I think no matter who the second option is, I think they're both going to be viable running backs this week.
The Raiders are hot garbage, so I could see your point. And also Herbert, they haven't needed Herbert the last couple weeks. Losing Joe Alt has really hurt you.
Yeah.
Giving up a 6th-round pick to get Penny has helped, but that's not a replacement for Joe Alt.
He's not a tackle.
It's not a replacement for Joe Alt. Like Joe Alt, if he was a free agent, would be getting paid like an extreme amount of money by somebody to be their future like left tackle permanently. So good point, well made. For me, there are so many good choices that you can pick from.
I looked at the entire top
really
12. I was like,
you.
Who should I pick? Lamar?
There are so many good choices. Yeah, Lamar was on the. I literally thought about it.
Me too.
But that advice
that's too hot. Too hot.
That advice is not helpful. But that advice is not helpful largely to people because they're probably going to have to start him no matter what. For me, there were like I said. So many good choices. Lamar is an honorable mention because he's just been god awful, and they could literally beat them however they want. We could have a protracted conversation about what's going on with the Eagles and about what's going on with Jalen Hurts. That's a conversation that's better left for next week, though, when we have more time, because I have thoughts. I have thoughts on what's going on with them, and I think it has to do with that contract and Jalen Hurts knowing that they can't say anything to him at the moment. So that's a conversation that we'll try to have next week. But for me, it actually is Joe Burrow. I am
terrified,
not thrilled about this. He was not playing well behind that O-line at the start of the season. And this is like a division game where they know how to mess with him. So this is the ultimate high risk, high reward play. I would only be playing Burrow this week if I was like gonna lose. Like if I thought I was gonna lose and I need to try and swing for the fences because I need something crazy to happen, that's where I'll play Joe Burrow, because I could only see this ending one of two ways. He's either gonna get a 5 or a 45. And I don't think that any in-between number is realistically in the cards here. And because of the crazy range of outcomes, I would like to avoid this. And he is 8 in the ECR, by the way. And I was like, that's too high. That's just too high. I get that he's Joe Burrow and like body of work will get you there. But specifically this game, I'm not a big fan of this. So I would prefer to we've already figured out a backup plan by this point, more than likely, unless it was Joe Flacco. Maybe we roll the backup plan if possible one more week.
Yeah, I have
any more questions?
13 right now, so
yeah, I also have him at 4. I have him at 14.
Okay.
So similarly minded, where it's like let's see one game with him on the bench, and then we'll readdress from there. Unless I'm like I'm gonna get eliminated, and you know like then all bets are off. Have any questions come in?
Yeah, just one. Everhard asked if Kincaid plays, do I cut Andrews or cut Kincaid?
Oh, you cut Andrews.
Yeah,
I ain't cutting Kincaid.
I can't do that. Yeah, he's just that. I think is part of the issues for the Bills' struggles is not having Kincaid.
No way, I'm cutting Kincaid based on what he's done this season. Jason, who's your running back start of the week?
Again, going to be probably somewhat controversial. Kenneth Gainwell versus the Bills. It's that pass catching back, baby.
I don't think that's controversial at all. I would like it better if it was Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, I agree. I was really hoping it might be that, and that might give him.
It might be. We don't know, but yeah, it might be. We don't know, but okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. He's been seeing a lot more work recently, and it's primarily dump off. So especially in PPR, Kenneth Gainwell is an interesting choice. Can't fault that, and would prefer that it was Mason Rudolph, but
Yeah.
still okay. Still okay with that. And for me, I already tipped my hand to it. It's Kyle Monanganai.
Yeah.
I think Monanganai is going to have. They've got Monanganai down in the 30s, like 34, and I'm like, nah, I got Monanganai higher than that. To me, he's a back end. He's like a high end RB3. I've got Monanganai up in the Kareem Hunt. I've got him basically right next to Swift. Because I think Swift, there's a non-zero. I'm a little gun shy about Swift in this game. I know some people have tried to float the revenge game narrative, and maybe, but you know me, I don't subscribe to that narrative-based analysis. I subscribe to the Bears are trying to win the division for the first time in years, and if they get in close, I think they're learning like we want Monanganai to be the thumper. Because I think Swift is already beat up, and they know they need Swift for the playoffs.
Yeah. I think it's just the workload and the split is so good, and I think it will actually benefit them in the long run. I think next year.
Yeah, that's why they're doing it.
It's going to be the same thing.
If you tried to put the whole workload on Swift, he will get hurt.
Yeah.
We have seen this again and again and again. It's why he only has 1,000-yard season in his career.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that was one of the seasons he was splitting with somebody.
No, that was the Eagles season.
Oh, it was? Okay. I thought
that was the Eagles season. Last year he got close. He had 960 rushing yards last year with the Bears. But that's the second best season of his career. Every other season with Detroit he got hurt.
Yeah.
That's why he's not in Detroit. Who's your sit of the week at running back? Dan Campbell. No, I think it is the reason because Dan Campbell will be the first. Dan Campbell's a giant meathead, and I don't even think he would be offended by me. I'd say that to his face. You know what I mean? Like Dan Campbell is basically a giant football meathead, and Dan Campbell will be the first to tell you about there's a difference between hurt and injured. And I think where DeAndre Swift ran afoul of Dan Campbell is Dan Campbell's opinion is that DeAndre Swift wasn't injured; he was hurt.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to play hurt. Whereas DeAndre Swift would probably tell you, no, I was injured. and you're never going to reconcile that. And so they didn't reconcile it. They got divorced. Anyway, let's not editorialize on that any further. We'll talk about that in the offseason where that conversation belongs. Jason, who's your running back sit of the week?
Not going to be anybody surprised by this, I don't think, but Javonte Williams versus the Chiefs.
Yeah, okay.
Chiefs have been really good against the run. And at that same note, Williams has kind of been struggling.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
On the downswing, unfortunately, right now for Javonte.
And for me, I've got two. One controversial, one not. The non-controversial one is Kareem Hunt. And this is just my opportunity to talk about the return of Isaiah Pacheco. Kareem Hunt will still have value, but he's coming in as like a back-end RB2 this week. And I think that's probably wrong. I don't think people are factoring enough in of what the Pacheco workload will probably do to that. I still think Hunt has a role. It's just he's more like a flex to me. The more controversial one will be Bucky Irving, where I am not, because it's a great matchup, and I get that. But I am not. It's similar to the Joe Burrow thing. If I've made it this far, I'm probably going to try to find my replacement for one more week if possible, unless I think I'm going to lose. Because there's every chance that Bucky Irving comes into that game. It's his first game back after an extended absence. And he goes out, something doesn't go right, and they just shut him down. And then it's Tucker and White again the rest of the day. I really would prefer to see him go out against the Cardinals, dominate them, which is what he should do, and then come out of that game healthy. And then we're good. And then we're back to normal.
All right.
Question? More questions?
Yep, we got a handful of questions. So
all right, put them up.
Go these. Daniel Everhart, Knicks or Mariota? Ooh,
Knicks. That's not close. Knicks has an amazing matchup.
Okay.
And Mariota's trash.
Just I have him closer than I guess not. Where the heck is Mark? Okay,
I have Bo Nix at 11, homie. So this is not a question for me.
I have him lower than that, but not by much. He's 4 spots lower than that for me. And then PPR Pick one. Wilson.
I got news for you, Daniel. It's Wilson no matter what off this list.
Yeah.
I don't even care if MHJ plays.
Yep. I don't think it matters. I'll be very curious to see if it breaks down to him losing targets out, but I don't think it's going to be
If they
enough.
put Wilson back in that same role that he was in before the MHJ injury, then the Cardinals are so stupid that they deserve to lose the rest of their games. And we all pray that Wilson can be on a real team in the future, because not everyone is that stupid. And to be candid, I don't think Arizona's that stupid. I'm just saying, if they are, then we will learn something in the immediate future here about their leadership.
Like, that's why it's so frustrating, because we keep seeing these games from him, and then it's just like, it's fine. We'll go back to the guys we have. MHJ, Trey McBride, Greg Dortch. I need to get Greg Dortch more targets.
The McBride thing I get. Like,
yeah,
that's a generational talent. Like, that's a different thing. But my point is that, Jason, Wilson only has 1 year left on his deal, and it's next year. So we are nearing the end of this movie. Is what I'm saying. We're in the third act. So if they haven't figured out what's that stupid the stupid meme from the internet about you draw the circles and then you draw the rest of the owl. If the Cardinals can't draw the rest of the owl after 3 years of it, fabulous. Get him out. Great. He's got 1 year left on his deal. Get him on a real team. We only got to deal with 1 more year of this stupidity. So
yeah.
Keep going.
All right. Robert Blackburn. Happy Thanksgiving. Who would y'all
Robert.
What?
DK.
Oh, okay. DK, Quentin Johnson, or Algier. It's going to be DK.
DK. As frustrating as that is.
I don't like any of it, but...
I don't like any of it either, but it's DK.
Go see if John Mechie's available.
I'd still play DK over John Mechie.
I
haven't lost my mind that far, but the Mountain Dew has rotted Jason's ability to think clearly.
Right.
But also, this is a tough one for Jason, because Mechie is one of his former boyfriends that he keeps his name saved in his phone and sends you up texts to at 2:00 in the morning.
Well, yeah,
on random Sundays.
I was so excited, and then nothing. He stopped playing because he got cancer, and I was like, dang it, this
There's
sucks.
nothing you can do about that.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
The man had freaking cancer.
I know, but golly, I was so
and
excited
lost
for him as a player.
Years of his career that were critical to his development. Keep going. Next question.
All right.
We're not going to talk about John Mechie anymore.
I want to do your nails. Full PBR, pick 2, Zay Flowers, Ladd, Ted Aronola, McMillan, or Josh
I love
Jacobs.
that handle is excellent.
Yeah, they showed up on Sunday, and it made me laugh so hard.
That handle is truly excellent, and you should keep that forever.
It's going to be Tet and Jacobs for me.
Well, hold on. So it says Zay Flowers versus... Oh, I see. He put the opponents.
Yeah.
Tet, yeah, I agree. Tet and Jacobs. Actually, you know what? We don't know that that's a he. That could be a she.
Probably I can't
not,
see the picture well enough. I couldn't tell you.
Probably not, given our usual demographic. But that's not always true.
Yeah. All right, and then Thomas Jimenez. Start Michael Wilson or Justin Jefferson. Oh, that's a good question.
Good Lord.
I think it's Wilson.
Is it?
I think it is.
Is it?
Oh my God! By 1 spot.
I'm playing Jefferson.
I have him back to back.
You do whatever you want.
I think this is very actually dependent, unfortunately, if the quarterback is JJ McCarthy or not.
That is a good point.
If it's Max Brosmer,
if it's Max Brosmer, I'm not playing any Vikings. Period. So that's actually, you know what? I'll amend my answer. If it is Max Brosmer, I'm not playing any Vikings whatsoever. So at that point, it's easy. You can just sit all the Vikings. I'm not kidding. That's my actual analysis for the way that works, because I am not playing. Given how bad that team has been all year, let's give it to 7th round undrafted rookie Max Brosmer because we're dumb. Okay, well, you know.
Well, they don't have
Jason, I will
else.
give you this much. They really should have paid Sam Darnold. He didn't even want that much money, and they probably should have just paid it.
Or Daniel Jones. They had them both on their roster.
Yeah, but that's a good point actually. Either one would have been fine. They didn't even want. Neither one of them really wanted that much money, to be honest with you. No, but Carson Wentz will fix it. He's not washed. That's fine. Carson Wentz is totally
it's not that. he's been healthy all his career.
Right, that too. That's also a good point. Yeah, he's never been hurt at any point. That is my answer. If it's Max Brosmer, I am literally sitting all Vikings. Categorically. Don't care.
I might just
Like-
be playing Michael Wilson no matter what at this point. So,
I'm not doing that if it's JJ, but I do understand the point. I think MHJ is playing, and that's what scares me.
That's fair, but
We've seen
can't
the
bring
Cardinals again. We've seen the Cardinals not be able to draw the owl multiple times. They literally, it's like a puzzle that I would give a 6-year-old that's got like 8 pieces, and I'm watching the Cardinals try to do this puzzle and they can't do it. It's not a hard puzzle, Jason. It's a picture of a cow. Okay, it's like it's not hard. And it literally is like one of those wooden puzzles.
They just had to put like the 6 pieces.
It's one of those puzzles that I would give to a child that's made out of wood. You know what I mean? Like we all had them. Like we all had this puzzle. Mine was actually Santa Claus, and we had Santa and a Christmas tree, and like, but everybody knows that. Look, if you're over 35, you know what I'm talking about, okay? You probably had the same puzzle. This one's got a cow. It's really simple. It's got like 12 pieces. You just assemble the cow. And I'm watching the Cardinals not be able to do the cow puzzle, and it's really concerning, actually, about like their brains. And if they screw this up again, I will literally have like lost any confidence I've had in that front office to make any kind of a value to. They'll be like they'll be down at the Jets level of decision making for me. On the decision making level hierarchy, they'll be down there at the bottom with the Jets and the Raiders.
Yeah, no, I think the thing I'm most curious to see is they can't go back to Kyler, right?
I think they have to.
Do they?
This is again a conversation that we're going to have next week and in the offseason. They are pot committed to all of this financially. You cannot get out of the Kyler contract. It is done. You wrote it. You are now married to this. I will pull it up for you while you load up either the next question or get ready to do your wide receiver start of the week.
All right.
Kyler Murray next season is on the roster. If he is not on the roster, it is a $53 million cap hit.
Oh.
Dead cap. The year after that, Jason, he is on the roster. If he is not on the roster, it is a $43 million cap hit. It is a $96 million cap hit between those 2 seasons. Guaranteed. I guarantee they do not have an out year for Kyler until after the 2027 season. And at that point, they can get out for 0 money. But you are married to this. This is your marriage. This is it, bro. This is what we're doing. No one's taken that. No one's taken that contract. Who would take that? Why would you take that contract? Who would do it? The Jets may be dumb, but they ain't that dumb. Not with the level of draft picks they have. Why would I get involved in this?
Yeah.
It don't make no sense. It's an example of a contract that has completely murdered you. You are married. He is your quarterback next season at a minimum. I would argue he's your quarterback for the next 2 years. By the way, his contract is tied to their GM, same time interval, and their head coach, same time interval. So if you're going to fire him, you're going to fire them all. And you're going to end up paying the GM and the coach. The Cardinals ain't got no money for this. You got money for this adventure? Nah, bro. This is just what we're doing.
All right. Well, we'll go back.
If it makes you feel better about the Chargers, that probably should, like we've seen them make some terrible, the Bears too. We've seen them make some terrible decisions. I haven't seen that level of decision making though.
Yeah. I don't know. We did pay, oh my gosh. Now I can't think of this stupid linebacker.
The Bears paid Justin Fields. So,
yeah. I was trying to think of the linebacker we picked up from the Patriots that we paid him and he played like 3 games and made.
I remember that, but that was too many years ago for me to recall that man's name. What's the next question?
All right. Pick a QB this week. Brock Purdy versus the Browns or Caleb Williams versus the Eagles.
I think it's Brock.
I think so too, but that's gross.
Nope, it's not. I'm going to play Caleb.
I have. Where the heck Bears Purdy? Oh, I have Caleb by 2 spots.
Yeah, I'm playing Caleb.
All right, then.
Don't feel good about either of those, but that's what's happening.
What did the turkey say when the farmer tried to put him in a pen? No thanks, I'm already stuffed.
I would send Jason to the penalty box for that. Let's keep moving. Keep
Happy
it
Thanksgiving,
moving.
Straight Cash. Okay, well, he wasn't here
Yeah,
for
happy Thanksgiving, Straight Cash.
it. What were we thinking Burrow can do this week?
I would rather not play him.
Yeah, it
I would
really
rather
depends on
use
other
this as
options, man.
I would rather use this as an evaluative week. I know the ECR likes him. They've got him as a starter. They've got him at 8. I am not that high. I've got him at like 14.
I have him
I
at
would
13.
rather deal with my backup solution for one more week because this is a division game, and if anybody should know how to hassle him, it would be the team that he's about to play.
Yeah,
That's the
especially
short
without Higgins.
That's the short version of what you missed earlier.
Yeah, especially without Higgins. All right. Now we're on to what? Wide receiver start of the week?
Oh, there's no more? Oh, yes.
don't
We
have
are
any
wide
more.
receiver start of the week. Jason, who's your wide receiver start of the week?
John Mechie versus the Falcons.
Perfect. Perfect. We've covered that ad nauseum. We've covered that ad nauseum. We're not covering it again. We've covered it 5 times. I'm not covering it a 6th. Fabulous. That is a great choice.
I
Great
thought
choice.
you'd like that one.
Should get a lot of targets. Should get like all the targets in the universe. In fact, I'm a big fan. And for me, it's Jacoby Myers, which is very much the second choice
Worked out
because
great for us.
Jacoby Myers is being criminally undervalued for how fast he's been able to learn that offense.
It's like
I'm
a
telling you
child
right now,
drew it up.
that man might literally, to your point from earlier, Jason, that man might literally F around and find out that he's on Jacksonville next year. What a weird world. What a weird world, man. It just depends on how much money he wants. Like,
Well-
because they got BTJ still for another year, relatively cheap. They've got
Travis
Hunter
Hunter.
for cheap still. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're on rookie deals. Parker Washington's on a rookie deal still, and even if he wasn't, what could that possibly cost? It's a banana, $10. Like, how much could a banana possibly cost? Like, literally. And so, what are you paying Jacoby Myers? Wide receiver 2 NFL money, roughly.
Might as
Which
well.
the Raiders are like, ew, no, we're not paying that. He didn't even want as much money as what they're paying Michael Pittman.
Yeah.
And he makes wide receiver 2 money. Like, so if that's all he wants, I mean, why wouldn't I just pay him? They got Brenton Strange still on a cheap deal. You got Bashal Tootin on a rookie deal. You have the money for this. I don't see why we wouldn't do it.
Yeah, they need to start paying up
What's
for
your
an O line and a defense, and then
Yeah,
that team's going to be
exactly.
scary.
You got to pay that. You got to use that real money for O line and defense. Like, why? And you should probably just have Travis Hunter play full-time corner. But what do I know? What do I know? You know, what do I know? I don't know nothing about that. So that's like, you know, maybe he'd be upset about that. He's threatened to retire. I might force his hand on that decision. I might be like, okay, door's over there. You want to walk away from a lifetime of money? Because you're mad at me? Be stupid.
Well,
That's fine.
It's again, the thing that happens is how much you get paid. You get paid more as a wide receiver, not as a quarterback.
I get all that, but you're on a rookie deal for the next 3 years, and I'm in charge. So it sucks, but there's the reason the owners in the NFL set this system up. I don't think it's a fair system either, but I just know the rules and I know how they work. That's how that conversation would likely go, sad as it is. But yeah, I just mostly wanted to talk about how impressed I am with Jacoby Myers and his professionalism. And you know how this works, Jason. We've been doing this for a million years now, right? Like, it takes weeks typically for wide receivers that get traded to learn the playbook.
And he just came in immediately. He was like, I'm going to study this, and we're going to show how good I am.
He literally had a temp package put in for him for like the first game. And then they started throwing him the ball, and they're like, oh, when I throw him the ball, he catches the ball. It doesn't just doink off his stone hands and fly up in the air and then get picked. Oh, we'll just keep throwing it to you. And it took like 2 weeks.
If that,
That's
dude.
fast. That's fast. That is fast to be able to learn an NFL playbook that you did not know. So I wanted to talk about that. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about, and this just might be something that we talk about more in the future, but it's just kind of an honorable mention, is Jaden Higgins.
Yep.
Want to see what he can do with Stroud coming back more than likely, because a lot of that his production has been with Mills.
Yep.
But what I have noticed about Higgins is he's doing the steps. He's doing the steps. He caught a touchdown in week 8, and since then they've been using him more, and they've been going to him more in the red zone. And he's caught 2 more touchdowns since then, and his target share has gone up consistently. And this is the progression that you like to see with your rookies. You know, it's like especially wide receivers. He's slowly getting more acclimated. They're starting to trust him more. While some of these rookies are starting to flame out, Higgins is actually on the right trajectory. So it's just something to keep in mind.
Yeah, I again, my one thing is I'm super nervous with the return of Stroud to see.
Well, I want to see. We got to see. You know, I'm not
know.
I'm not gonna spend a lot of time worrying about it. It's either gonna go or it's not. Like I'm not gonna like lose any sleep over it because frankly, he wasn't really a starter for you. You know, like
Yeah.
But it's just something to notice that I've noticed is that his production has been going the right way. Jason, are we going to the wheel or do we have more questions?
We have more questions and we still need to sit, but
Oh, do sit. Sorry, I completely skipped sit. Do sit real quick.
I'm going to go Cortland Sutton versus Commanders. Terrifying.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Been terrifying me for a couple weeks now, and I just have been leaving it alone, and I'm calling it out because maybe this will change things.
And mine is the easy one because Jameson Williams is still being rated as a wide receiver 2 in the ECR, and that's just insane. So that's an easy sit. Unless you need a literal 50 and are willing to take the 0. Because that's the new range of outcomes that we've seen from Williams multiple times. Okay, questions.
All right. Want to do your nails? Pick one. Waddle, Wilson, Tet. Ooh, that's good. I think it's
Wilson. Where is Waddle in my rankings? Oh, no, I'm lying. It is Waddle.
Okay.
It's Waddle. It's Waddle against the Saints. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
I have him at 7, so.
Yeah, I got him at 9.
Okay.
I just scanned right past him. So it is Waddle against the Saints.
All right, making sure. And then straight cash on me. Starting Etienne over Swift and Olave over Diggs. I'm good, right? Starting Etienne, yes, with Etienne over Swift and Olave over. Well, the issue with Olave is he popped up with a back injury today, that he literally left practice with.
Let's do one at a time. Etienne over Swift, yes or no?
Yes,
I agree. And then Olave over Diggs is the next question.
It will be pending health because, like I said, that back scares me. It's not.
I
something
agree.
That...
It's nope. I agree. It's we have to wait and see now because if I was getting normal practice reports out of this and we weren't dealing with a potential back issue, it would be Olave and it would be by about 6 or 7 spots, frankly, in my wide receiver rankings. It would be enough to matter.
Yeah, I have him at 4.
I've got him right now. I've got him at 4. I'm saying, but that's because I've already adjusted because of the back injury.
Yeah.
So, but there's a decent chance that he's going to get ruled out. Okay.
Yeah.
So
the back makes you
prepare for the idea that they will likely rule him out because the Saints do not care about this. The Saints are not the Bengals that are jeopardizing their franchise future over pointless games that don't matter. The Saints are not that dumb. They will shut people down if they need to. So be prepared that you might be playing Diggs anyway. Keep going. Next question.
All right. Daniel said when I asked people today who to drop for Kincaid and Terry off IR, the actual twin to drop Myers and B-Rob or D Moore. I'm also fine dropping DJ Moore, but that's and I also, again, the only reason you hold on to B-Rob is because you have CMC. So I understand why you're holding on to him. And then I'm not dropping Myers. I'd also be okay dropping Terry, but that's me.
I've been busy at work, so I don't know who he was talking to. He might have been talking to Steve. That sounds like Steve.
I know I probably said that too because I don't like DJ Moore.
My opinion is that I would drop Andrews over any of the other things on that list because you need B-Rob. You're married to that for as long as you have CMC.
Yeah.
I am not cutting Myers, and I'm not prepared to cut Terry at this point because if you've waited this long, then what was the point? If you were going to cut Terry off IR, why not do that 6 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So for me,
I'm pretty sure I said that 6 weeks ago. So
I'm not sold on Andrews. I haven't been for a long time. So
well,
that's my answer. You're going to get a different answer, Daniel, from whoever you talk to. Jason's opinion will be different from Steve's. Steve's will be different from mine. We will all have our own different opinions on this.
Yeah, and the only reason I like Andrews is specifically because of how they've been using him recently with Lamar beat up. Him getting that rushing is massive.
That helps. That does help. The rushing does help.
So
the rushing does help, but you got to just go with your gut here, sir. Like everybody's going to give you a
Yeah, regular people in the fantasy. Yeah.
I don't care what the Fantasy Life app says.
Rude.
I stopped caring about the Fantasy Life app a million years ago, bro. Like unless you're an analyst, I'm not really like here for it at this point. And that may sound like I'm an elitist. Let me put my pinky up. I don't care what regular people say on the Fantasy Life app. I'm not interested. I've got my own opinions. Do I need to put my other pinky up for that conference? Because I will leave this room. I will go get a cup of tea. Like I will get a cup of tea and come back and just sip my tea with my pinky extended.
Yeah. All right. Straight cash.
I care about Jason's opinion. I care about Steve's opinion. I care about Mike Perlin's opinion.
Let's be real. Somewhat cares about my opinion.
I give it a lot more credence than just people on the Fantasy Life app. Like, my God, man. Like, I've been on that app, Jason. Their boos mean nothing to me because I've seen what makes them cheer. So I have no, like, compunction about it.
Yeah. All right. Straight cash. If Olave sits, then it's either Diggs, Swift, Gadsden, or Mechie. Yeah,
Diggs.
It is Diggs, but I am kind of tempted to go Mechie just for consistency's sake.
You hurt Jason's feelings. It's Diggs. I'm dancing with who brought me.
Yeah, that's fair. Don't roster CMC on that team. That makes things.
And I'm cutting B-Rob. Easy.
That's where it matters a little bit.
That's why it matters. So if you're not rostering CMC and B-Rob's just a straight handcuff, cut him. You can just cut B-Rob immediately. Don't need him anymore. We're far enough into the year, Daniel, that you don't need to be holding other people's handcuffs anymore. The point of that was to hold it until the trade deadline and then trade it.
Yeah.
Well, the trade deadline's over, so you don't need to worry about that anymore.
Yeah. Staple it to something else and ship it off. But good.
That's too late.
Yeah,
that's likely over. Unless you're playing on ESPN, and then you maybe have until Thursday. So tomorrow night or some shit. Something like that. ESPN's weird this year.
Yeah. So, well, dang it. M. Gonzalez, you need to give me your quarterbacks. Currently have Caleb and Purdy. I'm not liking them for this week. Only viable QBs are nothing.
Good. While we wait for that, we're going to do the wheel.
All right. It's everybody's favorite time. Tight roulette.
Spin the wheel, place a bet. It's time again for tight and roulette.
Presented by Ballpark Franks. They plump when you cook them. Important concept is in no way affiliated with Mark Sanchez or Ballpark Franks.
Every time, man. It makes me smile every time.
It's seriously looking like we're gonna have to figure something else out.
I know, but it
we
makes
can't,
me so happy.
As that situation works its way through the legal system, it is becoming apparent that we are going to have to find another thing. Okay, like it's a conversation we'll have in the off season. I'm not doing it in season, but spin the wheel, Jason. Spin that wheel.
Tight and roulette. Do. Starting off with Harold Fannin Jr.
Not a bad choice, but I've got him at 17 this week. It's not a bad choice, but we need to see more from Shadur before I'm willing to insert him into any kind of actual lineup this deep in the season where these games matter.
Yeah, it's definitely iffy. I'm not willing to trust this. So
even with Njoku still like being hurt, kind of played that last game, like it still didn't move the needle. So I'm not sold on this yet in a Shadur universe. Got to see a little more from Shadur. Keep going.
Yeah, especially when he starts to get actual pressure and he might throw it out. So instead of just seeing Samson right there. So all right.
I want to talk to Samson. Fly me to the moon.
Dalton Schultz.
Doctor says I need a backiotomy.
I like it. Well, I guess that's not fair. If Davis Mills is still a quarterback, I like it.
Which he won't be. I don't think that's going to happen. I've got Schultz at 15. It's a great matchup, but I don't trust his quarterback situation. You could do worse. You could definitely do worse, but I think it is going to be Stroud. And the minute that I hear that it's Stroud, not interested.
Yeah.
The problem is that Stroud is
too short.
See, Davis. Well, maybe, but Davis Mills has had a lifetime of getting killed behind that crappy offensive line to the point where he doesn't care anymore, and he's just
good
gonna
at it.
rip it. Whereas Stroud still has not accepted his fate, and he's standing there patting the football. Whereas the reason Mills has been having success is it's drop back, ball out. Like, that's it. Like, we're not holding the ball. We're not running around. We're not extending the play. It's 3-step drop, ball out. If it's picked, it's picked. If he dies, he dies. But it's ball out. And it took him years to get to that point, by the way. So I expect that Stroud will get there one day, but that day is probably not Sunday.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
nah.
really hoping that Davis Mills will become the backup quarterback for the Los Angeles Chargers.
Maybe. See
Because-
how lucky you are.
Well, I'm talking about the 2.5 seconds. That's all you have to throw it. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah. Next batter. Who's up?
Colston Loveland.
Not a fan. Terrible matchup. It's about as bad of a tight end matchup as you could possibly have. The Eagles are sneaky good against opposing tight ends.
Yeah, I'm still nervous because a lot of their team got beat up, but I don't think it matters for Loveland.
Not sold on this. There are better options available.
Yeah.
Let's
I
keep
concur.
going. I don't know how that one name got on that list, but we're gonna see if we hit it.
Mason Taylor.
This was looking more promising a few weeks ago, but ever since they switched to Tyrod, we need more data. Mason needs to stay on the bench for the next couple weeks, especially if they're just going to throw the ball to John Mechie 100 times.
I know. I had to bring it up, though, because I brought him up on Monday. The 5 targets is an improvement over what we've seen.
It is an
from
improvement,
Fields.
and it's fine. It's not something that I'm going to recommend streaming.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next name.
Theo Johnson.
This is much more something I'm interested in with the return of
Dart.
The return of Dart. I have Theo Johnson as like my number 2 streaming option this week.
Yeah, really like him. I'm surprised that he continues to be so disrespected that he is not a top 12 tight end for people, but
plays for the Giants.
I understand.
And they had to make space for Juwan Johnson in the top 12 this week, which is why he's not on this list. Because, well, that's literally down to them having no other options. Like, literally down to nothing. Keep going. 2 more names.
Brenton Strange.
There we go. My number 1 tight end streaming option this week is Brenton Strange. This is exactly who I want this week. They're playing against Tennessee. Do I need to explain more than that? Like, he should easily get 15 points in PPR without too much bother. I think that's going to be about 10 to 12 points, maybe more like 11. We'll call it 11 points in half point. And if he scores, you're paid all day.
Yeah, definitely makes it easy.
Big Brenton Strange guy this week.
Well, I mean, in general, when it comes to that team having to throw, it's just been great for fantasy.
They don't have a choice. They have to throw too. They're even against Tennessee, I expect them they'll have to throw. And then the last name on the list, go ahead and spin it. But I'll just talk while you're doing it. The last name, name on the list is Mike Gesicki, and no, absolutely not.
I threw him on there because he was lower, but I like him.
I get why he's on there. I'm not debating whether or not he should whether or not he should be on there because he's getting reactivated from IR and. But now we're back to him sharing that job with Noah Fant. And the whole reason that job has value is when there's one of them. 1 Cincinnati tight end, not 2, because if they're sharing that job, then neither one of them matter. Mike Gesicki only had value when he was out there by himself last year. He has no value with both him and Fant playing. Neither one of them does, candidly.
Yeah, it definitely makes it rough. And
I don't care that Higgins is ruled out. That does not move the needle for me. If anything, that makes me. If anything, it makes me think there's going to be more dump offs to chase, and possibly more Yoshi Voss than what we're used to.
Yeah, I liked what I saw last week with his usage, and so again, bringing it
Yeah.
up because it needs to be seen and acknowledge it. If you're in deep leagues and need a streamer,
Oh, if you're screwed,
yeah,
then
this
yeah,
guy.
if you're screwed, like they're all gone. Oh yeah, you could do worse than that.
Tight end premium,
You could
this guy.
absolutely do worse than that. But in like a 12-team league, like a redraft league, no, you could do better, more than likely. But if you're in like a 16-team league, or you're just in a league where you're screwed, yeah, cool. All right, Jason, play us out.
All right, and with that, we'll wrap up tight end roulette.
Spin the wheel, place a bet. It's time again for tight end roulette.
Presented by Ballpark Franks. They plump when you cook them. Import concept is in no way affiliated with Mark Sanchez or Ballpark Franks.
Well, that was fun.
All right, questions. What came in while we were
All
doing
right,
that?
so we finally got the available quarterbacks for
All right.
Gonzalez: Ward, Shuck, Tyrod, and Sanders.
Nope, you're crazy.
Crazy to drop Caleb and start Cam or someone else from waivers.
You crazy. You crazy girl. None of that's worth nothing.
I did bring up Ward because of the matchup alone.
I would
and
rather.
I just don't think I can do it.
I'd rather play either of the quarterbacks he listed previously than anything that's on that waiver wire. All that stuff's on that waiver wire for a reason. Because it's doo-doo.
Yeah, we have to see more out of Ward. I do like that he's playing well. It's just that team is so bad.
Yeah, they need to fix
everything.
Literally everything. All of it. It's a total teardown.
Well, it's something stupid that like Pollard's going to end up like 200 touches and not going to break 1,000 yards and that's just insane.
Yeah, Ridley, and now Ridley's on IR and not going to be on the team next year. Kamir DK is a cool story, but like that's not doing a whole lot for you. Alec Manor, I am
hurt.
Well, I'm right about it. He's not that good.
Oh yeah, DK's the guy who's good. Who was drafted ahead of him, right? Kamir DK was drafted ahead, and
I don't think he was drafted ahead of him.
Oh, you don't? I could have sworn he was a.
I'll look it up.
Okay.
But
yeah. So
what are the other questions?
Straight Cash is asking QJ, Schultz, or Mungai. That is very much based on who the
Kamir DK was drafted in the fourth, or I'm sorry. Alec Manor was drafted in the 4th round of last year's draft.
Okay.
And Kamir DK was also drafted in the 4th round.
Okay. Well.
So there you go. So they're the same.
It's the same thing.
All right. Last couple questions. Rapid fire, because I got to go. As I've mentioned before, I'm not trying to be rude, but I got to go load a car. So we're out of here.
Half PPR, QJ, Schultz, or Mungai. Think it's based on quarterback. If it's Mills, I'm going Schultz. Otherwise, it's Mungai.
I'm playing Mungai.
All right. Daniel Eberhardt, Fan or Strange for Angela. Strange.
Strange.
Do you start Bucky if he plays?
Depends on what my other options are.
Yeah, that's very much dependent on other options.
Oh, they're right here. Keenan Allen, Pearsall, Tez, Booty, Charb, Knight, Monty. That's Bucky. That's Bucky time. The rest of those options aren't good.
Yeah, especially with it wouldn't probably be Tez, but it's the quarterback is the issue. All right.
I hate to be this way, but like
I know.
I endeavor to not be this way, but like I am on a clock, as I've mentioned before we even started, that I got to go.
If Waller gets activated, who is the drop of Fan and Jawan or Waller?
Waller. Waller's not getting reactivated, so don't worry about it.
Yep.
You could cut Waller.
Straight Cash, Purdy or Jones? Whoever isn't any better. I think it's Jones.
I have Purdy one spot higher, and it is brutal.
Yep, it's Purdy by one spot. Same way. All right, and then cut one. Fan and Strange, Sharp, Knight, Booty, Tez.
Knight.
Yep, it's gonna be.
They're gonna reactivate some of their hurt players. You don't need him anymore. Knight's done.
Yeah, and again, Mechie.
Yep.
Go get Mechie.
Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy. Have a great time. Try to be nice to your family. Jason
Be
will
careful
be
with
on.
travel.
Are you doing a show tomorrow or no?
No, I'm not going to be.
Okay, no show
anywhere-
tomorrow. Sorry about that. No show tomorrow.
Maybe Friday.
The Friday show's already been done, so that's already up there for you. Jason will be back on Sunday to answer your last minute lineup questions. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. Please be safe. Enjoy the time, and good luck in all your fantasy matchups. Hit us up in the Discord. I'll be running the Discord on Thursday, more than likely. People will all be here for you to help you get your last minute questions answered. But until we see you next week, keep up the nonsense.
Yeah, and drive safe. That's the other thing. Everybody, happy Thanksgiving. And we are out of here. See ya.
And I am out. We are out of here, and I am out of here. Sorry, buddy. Hate to do it to you, but